And right now, I will be reading poetry that I have written. My poetry name is Fish because I tend to go with the flow and just cruise whatever wave that comes by. This poem's called let's start off with the beginning. In the beginning, we started off blind, our eyes close to a world we were thrown into. Landing on all fours, the sun rose and the day began. To most, some may have chosen to keep their eyes closed and fly off into the atmosphere. As time progressed and restrictions were tightened, we began to walk upon 2 feet, leaving marks in the ground behind us. Little did we know that the pathway we had walked on was creating an all-new road ahead. Pathways were created, shortcuts were seen, and all that we were left with was worn-out feet. Eventually, others will walk beside us, merging their paths with our own. Running together, we go at different speeds. Not everyone can keep up. Some may fall behind and some may lead altogether. And some may even run ahead and say that you're the slow one. Go at your own pace. When the end of your path is visible, you'll be on 3 legs rather than the 2 that you started off with, and eventually you'll go back to 4. Rushing to the end is suicide. So slow down and look back on the pathway that you created. Smile a little. Look at the good and laugh at the bad. And if anyone were to listen, share your story. A good way to start it would be, in the beginning, we were all blind. This next poem is called Human Circus. Left out and out of place. Tears streaming down. A beautiful face. Smiles and grins fade again. The laughter and jokes don't seem to end. The darkness envelops on a big heart that beats for one. Reflections hail what others claim to be done. Those blank faces without a name. Differences are put on the spot and faces redden, boiling hot. A freak show on display is what they see. But the difference is different. And that is me. This one's called Cyanide. Fuck. The cycle of death becomes unraveled. As the end unfolds, our future seems near. The pills slip out of my hand, dropping one by one. Everyone else runs past. But me, paralyzed, legs on lockdown. Blacking out, the pills kick in. Should have waited a little longer before I gave it all away. So long, my friends, as I fade for today. Kind of like drifting. This next poem was more about my character as Fish. So I wrote it as the beginning. It's called Guppy. As a little guppy, I used to look at things in a different way. Ignorance is bliss, as they would say. I felt unstoppable, as though I can overcome anything. No tide was too strong, no lightning was too fast. I was unbeatable. Now, before I would tackle the world, I decided to start off small by racing a train. Every day I would get up by the tracks, waiting for that whistle to scream, go. I was ready. But it beat me. Reality sunk in, and I realized I'm not invincible. I'm not who I say I was. My ignorance had vanished, and clarity knocked the wind out of me like a punch to the stomach. Defeated, I walked home. But as time progressed, and years passed, I kept racing that same train in hopes one day I would beat it. That day came to an end of my youth. The whistle cracked and I was off. With all my strength, I pushed until I couldn't hear my footsteps. And I did it. I won. The train was far behind, and I was ahead. I felt unstoppable again, so I stepped onto the tracks and said, okay, now I gotta stop the train. In the club that I am in at school, we write poetry. It's called Cult Beatnik, or as we are known as now, Beatnik Nation. We like to write, we get 9 words, and we write a 9-word, 9-sentence poem. And what that is you use 1 word in each sentence. And for this one, the words were angst, mind, lucid, holocaust, dreaming, clarity, oozing, lonely, and psychedelic. These angst-filled tunnels are formed through cemented thoughts. Oozing with tears and sweat, they close in from all sides. Through thin air, my mind tries to stay intact. What breaks me is the lonely feeling slowly overshadowing my heart. Spiraling out of control, a psychedelic trance swallows me whole. Clarity, my last savior, brings me back, only to awaken to a holocaust of tissues and tacos. I'm dreaming. But one day, the tunnel will fade, only in a lucid state. Now I have a second part to, this is the second part to Guppy. It's called Fish. Hello, my name is Fish. Through and through, I swim with the tide. If I get picked up, I just go for the ride. Watching things from the outside is what I do. Commenting on creatures that aren't me but you. With choked up gills, I sink a little further to the dark depths below, to see new things that I thought I would never know. With ease, I take myself to a place I wish to go. Yet even then, my motives are unknown. But that's just fine. I'll move on, swim in a straight line, and forget the past. Kinda like someone with Alzheimer's. Anyways, hello, my name is Fish.